What's the most important skill in football? I bet you're thinking it's having that perfect crossfield long ball, or maybe being able to score goals for fun. Could it be the ability to dribble past players like they're standing still? That magical first touch perhaps? Or even that lightning pace that leaves defenders in the dust? Well, I'm here to tell you that none of those are the answer. The most crucial skill in football, the one that separates the pros from the amateurs, isn't even a physical skill at all. And by the end of this video, you understand why even some of the most technically gifted players could end up never reaching their full potential, while others with seemingly less natural talent overtake them in the football pyramids. Think about it, how many players do you know who look like Messi in training but disappear during the actual game? How many teammates have you seen who can pull off incredible tricks in practice but crumble under the pressure of matchday? The football world is full of these stories, players who had all the talent in the world but couldn't perform when it mattered most. The truth is, the most important skill in football is the ability to perform when it matters. It's your mental game, your confidence, your ability to bring your best self to the pitch when the pressure is on and the crowds are watching. It's about maintaining composure when you're down 2-0 with 15 minutes left, or when you're taking that crucial penalty in a shootout. Think about the business side of football for a moment. Clubs don't pay millions for players who only perform in training. Scouts don't file glowing reports about players who shine in practice matches but disappear in competitive games. The football industry is built on performance when it matters. That's why mental strength isn't just a nice to have skill, it's essential for anyone who wants to make it in the game. The reality is, football's mental demands extend far beyond just match performance. The modern game is a pressure cooker of expectations, where consistency isn't just desired, it's demanded. Take a look at how quickly players can fall from grace. One poor season, a string of bad performances, and suddenly you're watching from the sidelines. The football industry shows little patience for mental fragility. Consider the brutal reality of social media in modern football. One mistake can lead to thousands of abusive messages. One missed penalty can result in death threats. Players aren't just athletes anymore, they're brands, constantly under scrutiny. This is why clubs invest heavily in media training and mental health support. It's not just about performing on the pitch, it's about handling the relentless pressure of it. The politics of football add another layer of complexity. Imagine being a young player, technically gifted, but caught in the crossfire of boardroom politics. Maybe the manager who believed in you gets sacked. Suddenly, the new manager has different ideas, different favourites. Your playing time disappears not because of your ability, but because of factors entirely outside your control. This is where mental resilience becomes crucial, the ability to stay focused, maintain your standards, and be ready when your opportunity comes. You might be able to produce a world-class performance once, but can you do it week in, week out, over a 30-game season, for multiple seasons? This is where many talented players fall short. The consequences of inconsistency in modern football are severe, with transfer fees and wages at historic highs. Clubs can't afford to gamble on mentally fragile talent. One inconsistent season can label you as unreliable, affecting your entire career trajectory. Let me tell you a story about a young player. During training sessions, he was unstoppable. Quick feet, perfect passes, clinical finishing. The coaches couldn't believe their eyes. Other players would stand and watch in awe as he would pull off moves that seemed to defy physics. But come game time, he was a different person entirely. His touches were heavy, his passes went astray, and he couldn't find the back of the net to save his life. The confidence that radiated from him in training evaporated the moment he stepped onto the pitch for a real match. What changed? Nothing physical. His muscles didn't suddenly forget how to move. His body didn't suddenly lose its ability to perform. It was all in his head, the pressure, the expectations, the fear of failure. They all combined to create a mental barrier that his technical skills wouldn't overcome. You see, top clubs don't just invest in physical training and tactical development. They spend millions on sports psychologists, mental conditioning coaches, and performance specialists. Why? Because they know that mindset is everything. Look at any top team's backroom staff. and you will find almost as many mental performance experts as you do technical coaches. But here's the exciting part, you don't need millions to develop the skill. What you need is something called an alter ego. Think about how Superman is Clark Kent's alter ego. On matchday, you need to become your football alter ego. It's about creating a version of yourself that's built for performance, that thrives under pressure instead of crumbling beneath it. Take Cristiano Ronaldo for example. Do you think he was born with that swagger, that unwavering belief in himself? No, he developed it. He created a version of himself that could handle the pressure, the criticism, the expectations. Watch his early matches at Manchester United. You will see glimpses of doubt, moments of uncertainty, but over time, he built an alter ego that became synonymous with confidence and excellence. And you can do the same. Just look at the story of Jamie Vardy. He is a player who was playing non-league football at 25, working in a factory and playing part-time. Technically, he wasn't anywhere near the level of academy-trained strikers, but his mental strength unmatched. When Leicester City signed him, many questioned the decision, but Vardy's ability to perform under pressure, his resilience and his mental toughness saw him rise to become a Premier League champion and England international. He outperformed countless technically superior strikers because he had mastered the mental game. Here's the 3-step process I want you to try before your next game. First, identify your ideal performance state. How do you play when you're at your absolute best? What's your mindset like? How does your body feel? What thoughts are running through your head? Write it all down in detail. Second, create a trigger that puts you in that state. It could be a specific warm-up routine, a song, or even a physical gesture. Something that signals to your brain it's time to switch into performance mode. Third, practice switching into this state repeatedly until it becomes second nature. Do it in training, do it at home, do it whenever you can. Let's go deeper. Understanding the psychology of performance isn't just about confidence. It's about handling failure, managing expectations, and maintaining focus. Ever notice how the best players seem to forget their mistakes instantly? They miss a penalty and still want to take the next one. They get nutmegged but still defend aggressively. That's not natural, it's a learned skill. Remember, football isn't just played with your feet, it's played with your mind. The greatest players aren't just technically gifted, they're mentally strong. They've mastered the art of performance under pressure. They understand that football is ultimately a game of moments, and being technically skilled means nothing if you can't execute when those moments arrive. So next time you're training, don't just focus on your technical skills. Ask yourself, can I bring the same level of performance to the actual game? Can I maintain my composure when it really matters? Can I be the player my team needs me to be when the pressure is the highest? These are the questions that separate the players who make it from those who don't. The pitch doesn't care about what you can do in training. The scoreboard doesn't count your potential. All that matters is what you can produce when the whistle blows and the game begins. Your highlight reel in practice won't win you games, but your ability to perform under pressure will. Are you ready to develop the most important skill in football? Your journey to mental mastery starts now. In the comments below, tell me about a time when you felt the pressure affect your game, and let's start working on transforming that pressure into performance. The player you are under pressure, that's your true measure. Start building a mental game today and watch how it transforms every other aspect of your football. Remember to like and subscribe, and also check out the free newsletter, but most importantly, enjoy the beautiful game.